Hello, you're watching Build Series live in New York City. I'm your host, Lauren Moraski, with our next guest. She's a singer, fashion designer, and reality TV star. You know her from the show Eric and Jessie Game On, and from her red carpet looks. Here to talk about everything from wellness, music, and fashion is Jessie James Decker. Jessie, so great to have you here today. Welcome to Build. You've been here before, right?
I have been here before, yes. Thanks for having me back again.
And you were in New York recently. We saw you on New Year's Eve with Ryan Seacrest doing New Year's Rockin' Eve. How was that? Because it looked like a lot of fun.
That was so much fun, and it was a dream come true. That was something that you dream of doing when you're a little girl. I would watch at home in my living room, and to actually be a part of it was really cool.
Does that something like that give you nervous at all?
I was really nervous for sure. I was nervous because when I do music, I don't get as nervous because I'm used to it. I've been doing it my whole life, but I got nervous with that just because it was different. I have done many hosting things, but nothing to that level before. And so it was a little nerve-wracking at first.
Here we are. It's the start of 2020, and a lot of people are trying to make resolutions. They're trying to stay in shape. They're trying to stay healthy. And I know you have you've been doing a South Beach diet.
Yep.
And you're an ambassador for it. Can you tell us a little bit about your approach to eating and dieting and how this fits into the fold?
Absolutely. I think that anyone that knows me knows that I'm a big food lover. I love food. I always have. I grew up an eater. My mom cooked everything growing up, and I just have such a love for food. But as I've gotten older, I'm not able to maintain the figure that I had when I was younger. I could just eat whatever I wanted, but I noticed things really changed after I had children. And I knew that I couldn't just eat and do whatever I wanted anymore. I had to get on a program to just, that's what makes me feel good. So I started the South Beach diet, and it honestly works for me. And I'm still able to really enjoy foods that I love, but I'm kind of an all over the place person. I have to have like a program. I have to have someone to say, this is what you're supposed to do. I'm not one of those that can like prep at the beginning of the week and weigh the food and put things in the little, boxes in your fridge so you can maintain. I have to have it done for me because it gets overwhelming. Sure. So I think that's what I also liked about South Beach is it's just organized and the food is good, and I don't feel like I'm missing out on things that I love, and it worked. So because it worked, I always turn back to it when I'm ready to, do the program again.
So it's not something that you do all year round?
No.
Okay. So what?
I don't. Yeah. But South Beach, they don't want you to feel like you have to. It's not necessarily a diet all year long. It's a lifestyle. Yep. So what they really they want is for you to make the life change. So I used to have way bigger portions than I should. And sometimes I think we're programmed to think we need to eat way more than we need to. And so with South Beach, I really learned portion control. So I still eat that pasta. Yeah. And I still have, the things that I love. I still eat that pizza. But it's portion control. You shouldn't give up what you love because that wouldn't be fun.
Sure. Well, okay. And you have a family. So you have your husband and your 3 kids.
Yes.
3. How do you navigate that by making sure that you're eating what you want to eat and that you're preparing everything for your family as well?
Absolutely. So like I said, we really do try to have just a healthy lifestyle, and we try not to make it a thing like, oh, here we go, we have to be healthy. It's not like that. We enjoy being healthy in our home. And because my husband was in the NFL for so long, he was programmed to eat healthy as well. So he's really educated on all of that and has helped me because, growing up, I really put some food down, and I wasn't as educated on the whole process. And so as an adult, I've really taken an interest in foods and what we're eating and ways that we can feel better, things that we should be eating, shouldn't be eating. And my husband's really helped me with that. So, we'll have a chicken and rice and broccoli for dinner, and it's delicious, and the kids don't think anything of it. They just think it's good.
Yeah.
But the things that I make, I cook pretty much every day in my house, so I know what I'm putting in our foods, and I will make a seafood gumbo, and there's nothing wrong with that, I know what I'm putting in our body. I just don't eat 6 bowls of it. I only have 3.
Right. I actually think it's a lot about moderation and, like you said, portion control. I mean, it really is. A lot of people watching you like, oh, she's navigating it all with, being a parent and everything. And a lot of moms don't have time to maybe do that or work out, for example. Like, how do you fit that into your schedule on a day-to-day?
I'll be honest, I'm kind of the same way too. Like I don't have a lot of help with that stuff. My husband and I honestly do everything. And so I have to really lay out my days too and go, okay, what do I have time to do today? I don't have time to work out. Okay, well, I'm going to try my very best to just give myself at least 20 minutes in the house. And I know it sounds silly, but I'll do like 100 lunges up and down my hallway just so I get something in that day because I can't go to the gym while the baby's napping. I'll try to do something to get my heart rate going. But anyone that has 3 small children or small children in general knows it's a workout just chasing them. Like that's just the way it goes.
That is the truth. I understand your mom is also has been on the South Beach side and one of your good friends. How do you kind of keep each other in check? Do you text each other?
Oh yeah, we call it our Get Fit Club, and so we're on a group message, and we'll join in friends that want to get fit and stay on top of each other. And so my mom and my best friend Jessica is here. We'll get excited and we'll take pictures of the things that we're eating that day. Or my mom will say, "Oh, have you tried the new cookies they just came out with? That's so good." And so. Actually, one time I had my mom pick out the whole menu for me because you can pick the foods that you want in your program because I just wanted to see what she liked, and she had some good picks. But it's fun. It's good when you do it together. You don't feel alone and you get hyped up together. It's fun.
Yeah, and you keep each other in check. You keep each other honest, right?
Like, girl, I want to have this second margarita. I'll say, no.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say on the South Beach diet, you can have you a glass of wine. So you don't need to take away that. Still get your glass of wine in.
So you mentioned, some of the things that you like. I can still have my pizza. What's your one guilty pleasure?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate chip cookies. All right.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
I can eat 12 of them, and I'll get so sick, but I love them. I do. I'll get sick. I'll get nauseous if I eat too many of them, but I love them. I'll have to tell my husband to take them away.
I think you're not alone on that front. So.
I think everyone loves a good chocolate chip cookie, but oh my gosh, it is totally my weakness.
My gosh. Well, a lot of what we're talking about here is South Beach diet, but you also have a cookbook coming out in 2020. What can you tell us? Speaking of food, what can you tell us about that?
So yeah, I do have a cookbook coming out. I had a book come out last year. And it did well, so they signed me on for a second book, and they asked me what I wanted to write about, and I said food. Yeah. I want to make a cookbook. I love cooking, and people ask me all the time. That's probably one of the main questions I get is recipes of things that they see that I'm cooking and sharing in my kitchen. And it's exciting. I've been working on this for a while. There's going to be over 100 recipes in this book, and these are all things that I cook in my home. Foods that I love, foods that were passed on to me. I will have a section if you're trying to if you're trying to diet. I will have a section for foods that you can make for your kids. I'm really going to kind of put a variety of everything in there because that's how my life is. It's a little bit all over the place, but I feel like I'm not alone. I feel like everyone's kind of like that,
Totally. And I think there's so many different recipes that you could find online, but having it all in one place where with someone that you trust and someone who lives a similar lifestyle is really great. So I think fans will be really excited to see that.
Yeah.
In 2020, you're also expanding Kidness, your fashion line. And what can we expect as 2020 unfolds? What kind of styles?
Yeah. So, my goodness. Last year, we launched Kidness in September. I opened my store in February, but I launched online in September. And I will be totally honest with you, I was not expecting it to do what it did. I was thinking it would be like a slow, gradual hopefully a slow, gradual success, that it was so successful overnight that we were unable to keep up with it. And that's just me being so real. We had shipping issues. We had all these issues going on because we just weren't prepared. We thought that, okay, we'll have 2,000 orders. No, it was 12,000 orders. So we've been really, and that's just me being so honest, it's been a learning process for me. It was a passion, but now it's this passion and it's a business. So it's turned into, okay, I gotta get together because this is real. This is a real business, and it's getting bigger than I ever thought it could, and I'm grateful for it, but it's been a learning process to really structure it and have a different mindset instead of it just being a fun passion. It's got to get serious now.
It's the real deal.
It's the real deal. I'm actually wearing Kidness today, but it's the real deal. Yeah. We're going to be launching at the end of this month a collection for 2020, and we're going to continue opening more stores. The next spot I want to open is in New York, so scouting out places right now. But it's a huge passion, and I love making women feel beautiful, and I think you can do that. If you have clothes that make you feel good, that's what it's all about.
Well, I think a lot about this line is all about feeling confident. You've said before, and so how do you feel like clothing clothing and not things that are not clothing can make a woman feel confident.
You know, I think if you feel, sometimes you feel cute on the outside, it really helps that inner beauty shine because you feel good on the inside, and nobody can doubt that. If your hair's looking good that day and you just got your nails done, I mean, there's just, it gives you a little extra pep in your step. And so I feel like my goal with Kidness is to create as many beautiful pieces for anybody and everybody. And I'm proud. You know, most fast fashion brands, a lot of them only carry sizes small, medium, large. We have extra small to triple XL, and I want to continue growing and expanding my brand as much as possible because I want everyone to feel beautiful.
I love the
Kidness.
inclusivity there. That's really great. It's so important today.
Yes,
really.
it is.
Is there ever a time where you feel self-conscious?
Oh, of course. And you know what? And I think that's probably what my fans know about me is I do have a strong sense of vulnerability, and that's just me. I have my insecurities and my moments because I'm a human being. Yeah. I'm a human just like everybody else, and I have my moments. But, you know, I feel like that's what keeps me humble, and that's what makes, you know, that's what life is about.
Well, I think that's why you've been able to connect with so many fans, is because they see that realness with you, especially on social media.
Yeah.
What's your approach to social media? Because it takes up a lot of time, and there's a lot of good that could come from it, but it also can be a little draining with a lot of people online making different comments.
Absolutely. But, you know, I have to step back and go, you know what? This is not real. This is a virtual world. This is real. Us sitting here looking at each other, this is real life. And we have to step back sometimes and go, you know what, that is not real life. And it doesn't matter. And we need to focus on the good and the positivity in the world and the real relationships, because the other stuff can consume you, but, you know, you can't. It's not what's important in life.
Your Twitter bio says something like, I pee in the shower. Right?
Do you know what's funny? Because so Twitter was from so long ago. I honestly have not looked at that in so long. I wrote that the first time I got Twitter, and I was 19 years old. And I just decided to never take it off because it was like, you know what? That was me trying to be funny and cheeky at 19. I'm 30. I'm almost 32 now. Why bother? Why change it now? That was a real thought back in the day. I was trying to be funny.
It actually still is funny today. So, I mean...
I think everyone pees in the shower.
There you go. So it's like, but you're not afraid to admit it.
Y'all know you do.
But that's the funny thing. Has there ever been a post that you've done that you got the opposite reaction or a different reaction than you really expected?
Oh, all the time. But, you know, that's just part of it. You can't take it seriously and you can't get sensitive to it. It's just... You know, it happens.
And it's part of your day.
It's part of it, you know, and you can look or you don't look, you know, and it's just, you know, it is what it is. It's just the world that we're living in, but you can't let it consume you because at the end of the day, it's not that important.
Yeah. No,
this is important. Real relationships are. And it's social media is for fun. But if it gets to the point where it's affecting you, then get off of it. Yeah. Don't look at it.
Yeah, I think that's true. You can block people.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can do whatever.
Tune it out.
Yeah. So, all right. So we all know you from your music as well. And it's been a minute since we've had like a real new music from
100%.
you. And I know fans are really eager. What can you tell us about 2020 and new music?
So I have such exciting news, and it's going to be finalized tomorrow. Actually tomorrow. So I will be sharing that news tomorrow, and it's cool. I'm actually finalizing it here in New York, but this is like the most exciting thing that I could have ever dreamt of happening. I've been wanting this so much, and I'm just feel so grateful that it's happening, but I'll share it tomorrow. But music is coming. I'm working on a new album. I have a song coming out on radio very soon, and I will be going back on tour. Hopefully, I'm thinking fall. So good things are happening. I had so much fun on my tour last year, and I got to play the Beacon, which was really cool. So ready to get back out there and make more music because that's my passion.
Oh, absolutely. We saw your cover of Lil Nas X's song, which was really cool.
That was so fun.
I mean, you belted that out and sounded amazing. What was the reason behind covering a song like that, which is ubiquitous? It's everywhere, but you made your own spin on it.
Yeah, I just thought it was fun. I wanted to do something different, and I was on tour, and I was just covering it for fun in my shows, but the reaction was so strong. I was like, why don't I just put this out, like, just record it and actually put it out, because it was just a cover in my show. I covered Post Malone in my set. I just wanted to do something fun, but I thought, you know what, I should put out the girl version of this. And so I rewrote the last verse, and first line was "Call me Daisy Duke" in my snakeskin boots. I wanted it to be fun.
Yeah, and you achieved that with that. So do you think that you'll have that kind of sound with this new record?
You know, there will always be that side of me that wants to have that fun, quirky, you know, silly side. side. But I will say this is probably the most elevated my music's ever been, the most mature. I've been making music and recording records since I was a teenager. So like I said, I'll be 32 soon. This is going to be a very mature, womanly side. And I feel like my audience is growing up with me. And so I feel like they'll relate to what I'm going to be putting out. It'll be a deeper side.
And you've been doing music. I mean, you 2-3 years old, you were singing. I mean, how far back does music stem to you?
Oh, years. I mean, this is what got me into the business. I've been doing music my whole life, and I got my first record deal a few months right out of high school. I mean, this has been my passion, my whole career. And it's so funny, you know, I never thought my career would take me where it has. My goal was always just music. And I always loved fashion. I mean, I was sketching outfits in high school, but music's been the goal. And it's been really amazing how much it's kind of split off into all these different things that I never thought I would do. And so it's been a journey. It's been an unexpected journey, but it's been a journey, and it's been great.
Country music seems like it's the thing that really has driven you throughout your life. I mean, would you consider your music country pop, country, and where do you fit in these days? And where will this new album fit?
You know, I feel like I fit in all over the place. You know, I've lived in 14 different places growing up. Was raised mostly in the South, mostly all of Georgia and Louisiana, and I feel like I am a country singer. That is what I identify with, but I do feel like I have influences from all over. All genres influenced me quite a bit, but country music just always felt like home to me.
Is there one singer or musician that has inspired you and still inspires you today?
Shania Twain really inspired me because she kind of did things very differently and had her own journey, and she did cross over quite a bit internationally, but what I loved about it is she made more people fall in love with country music, and I feel like that was such a cool thing.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing that new music from you. So tomorrow we'll have to tune into your accounts, Instagram accounts.
I will be sharing that news
Twitter,
tomorrow.
maybe.
Yeah.
So we loved you on your reality show. Would you ever do a reality show again? I mean, now you have 3 kids in the mix. How would that even work?
I wouldn't do it in that way again. You know, I feel like that chapter's closed, and it was great. But that was good while it was. But I feel like the next chapter of my life would be different in that way. Yes, we are working on a new TV show, but not in that way.
Okay. So maybe something scripted, maybe something.
It wouldn't be scripted.
Okay.
It would be in the food space. Okay. So we are working on something like that, and I'm hoping to be able to share really cool news about that soon.
We'll just have to have you back on.
I know.
All this news.
You're catching me when all these things are like they're about to, you know, to be able to talk about, but I'm almost there.
You're teasing us, but it's totally fine. You know, a lot of people got to know you from your makeup tutorials from like back in the day, and it's been a minute. Speaking of a minute, since you've done those on a regular basis, I know you've moved on from that. But looking at your social media fans and everything, people are like, "What? Bring those back." Would you ever bring your makeup tutorials back? Yeah.
So you know, I do a makeup collaboration where I'll put out lip kits and bronzing kits and eyeshadow palettes, and I'm working on a mascara and a lip gloss and actually a tinted foundation for summer with SPF. So I'm working on some new things. I tried to do those makeup tutorials. I did one recently for my lip kit, but they are a lot of fun, and I did enjoy doing those, and I would love to be able to bring those back for sure.
All right, we'll have to see about that. Okay, a couple of minutes left before we go to audience Q&A. Yeah. But I do have to ask, how's the motherhood thing going? You have the 3 kids. Your husband's now retired.
Yeah.
How is that changing the game with your husband being home more?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's been great. Yes. It's been a lot of fun. My husband now works at Kidness, so we work together quite a bit every day, and that's a lot of fun. But you know, our lives are very busy running after 3 kids. We've got 3 under the age of 5. Vivi will be 6 soon, but it's the best. Honestly, being a mother is just the best thing that I could have ever done in my life, truthfully. All of this could go away, and all that matters is I want my kids to be happy.
Oh, that's great. How old are they now?
5, 4, and Forrest will be 2. Oh my gosh, in March. So Vivi will be 6 in March too, and Eric will be 33 in March too. Everyone's in March.
March is a popular month.
Yes, it is.
Really
it is. But yeah, they're just getting so big so fast. Vivi has this tooth that's about to come out, and every single day, feel it, mommy. She sticks her chin out and I'm wiggling the two. I'm like, it's close. It's getting real close. But she is so wanting to be grown. And I'm like, just leave those baby teeth in.
It's like when they say it goes by fast, like it really does. It's cliched, but it's like the truth. It really is.
It does. I mean, she sometimes will fall asleep in the bed with me and we'll have our girls' night because sometimes she says she's tired of the stinky boys. That's what she says. And I'll just lay there and she'll fall asleep and I'll carry her up to her room. And I'm like, ugh. I'm tearing up. She's just so big, and she's just like, I can't hold her anymore. I'm little. I'm a small mom, and though they say mommy's small, but I can't even hold her anymore because she's getting so big and long, thanks to Eric, who's so tall. So my daughter's legs are this way, and Vivi's this way, and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to carry him up the stairs anymore, so...
Yeah, it really does. I know. Yeah. It's like we're having a moment right now.
I know, but you can tell. Oh my God, I love being their mom.
Yeah. Well, you're a great mom to them. You know, it's so sweet. It's really sweet. But anyway, that's a great time to toss to audience questions.
Yes.
We have a few from the crowd.
Yes.
Starting right here.
Hi.
Love you. Biggest fan.
Oh,
Can't
thank
wait for you to
you.
come back on tour.
Thank you.
2 quick questions. 1, what's your favorite restaurant in New York City? And 2, when you do come on tour, will you be coming solo or will you have an opening act?
Yes. Oh my God, I'm such a mess. I'm so embarrassed tearing up like this. Yeah, my favorite restaurant is Quality Meats. I eat there every time I'm there. I love a good steak. And yes, I will be having an opening act, but I don't know who yet. Last time was the Sisterhood, and yes. Oh, thank you. Alyssa's like family to me, so it was so much fun to have her. It'd be great to do it again with them. But absolutely, I'm really looking forward to going back on the road again. Thanks for coming.
All right, we have time for one more question.
Hi, my love. I just started my conscious eating journey, so I wanted to know, how do you deal with late night cravings?
Ooh, good question. Late night cravings. Well, if I'm really, really, really hungry, I say eat. When you're hungry, eat. Don't starve yourselves. Feed your body. It's telling you that you're hungry. And so, with South Beach, there's this amazing chocolate shake that has 160 calories and 25 grams of protein. And protein will fill you up, but it is a tasty treat. Late night, I crave like sweets. And so I'll take an ice shaker with almond milk and I'll shake it up and I'll put a little straw in there, and Eric thinks I'm having like a chocolate shake. It is so delicious. So I feel like, hey, if you want a late night snack, you feed yourself. You're hungry. And don't feel guilty about it.
All right. Well, that brings us full circle. Thank you so much for coming by Bill today. So much to look forward to. We'll be watching your Instagram account for all the latest updates.
Yes.
South Beach Diet, new tour, music, cookbook, the whole thing. Give it up one more time. Jessie James Decker.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you.